Hello, welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by Magnicraft Consulting Team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for hooking up with us on Monday Morning Matters. This is part 2 of the series, How to Engage a Church Consultant. I'm Niyi Dunmade, founder, CEO, Magnicraft Consulting. I'm just praying that this internet should help us today. And then this is just part 2 of how to engage a church consultant. Okay, so you're welcome to this Facebook live broadcast show. It's also going to be posted on the YouTube channel. Followers or subscribers, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video has been uploaded. Okay, and so we are going to dive into the part 2. I'm so glad that you're part of this live broadcast show. Share this broadcast to someone. I'm a lead consultant of Magnicraft Consulting. I'm a founder and the CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. And I need to let you know a little bit about Magnicraft Consulting. Magnicraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps churches grow healthier through empirical assessments, trainings, and strategic blueprints. And also, I'm also a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. and also your host to the weekly live broadcast show every Monday, 7 a.m. Nigerian time. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing our broadcast, making some comments on the content we share. And so we want to be grateful for that. Now, we will not want to go into the last week recap, but please do me a favor to go to part 1 to let you know what you need to do to engage professionally and appropriately a church consultant. If you have any issue with Facebook, please feel free to also get to our YouTube channel so that you're able to follow in case the internet is having some issues with the live broadcast. Okay, we can only do the best we can. So one of the things I will tell you is that consultants provide insights into problems, okay, that are holding a church back from accomplishing its vision, its mission, and its goals. And I will say quickly that the vision and the goals of the church is to make sure they are maturing and they are making disciples. They are maturing and they are making disciples. And so one of the things I would say is that a church consultant will look into your data, look into your situation, whatever information you have provided to him, and begin to give you insight into the problems. Because sometimes if you are part of a problem, it might be that you might not know that there is a problem. That's something that is so complex to explain. But the thing is, if you are part of a problem, you are also numb and insensitive to what is going on in your church, that you will not see a reason to engage a church consultant. So church consultants will diagnose your church and begin to provide insight into the problem that is holding your church from moving forward towards health, or from accomplishing its vision, or for actualizing their vision. And so we went around on what you need to do to engage a church consultant in part 1, but I won't want to go back into that recap, but let's go dive into what we need to do today in part 2. One of the things that you need to do as you engage a church consultant is to make sure that the church consultant helps your church, helps you as a leader, help the steering team to clarify your church core vision, mission, values, and priorities. Okay, one of the things I know that really gets churches out of order is when there's lack of clarity and there's lack of alignment. Okay, so but the thing is, the church consultants know where to make some clarification and know where to make some alignment. Sometimes some of these alignments might be as a result of the fact that we are not conversant with the strength and the weaknesses of the church, or we are focusing on something that is much more important in our own perspective, whereas there are some other things that we need to pay attention to that are very, very, very important. And so I will say that the church consultant is to help your church, help the set man, help the leadership, senior leadership team of the church to align, to clarify your core vision, your core mission, your core values, okay, and your core priorities. You see, one of the things I would say quickly, in a world where things are getting complex, it is very, very easy for you to miss the core. It is very, very easy for a church to begin to minor on the major and majoring on the minor. Okay, let me know if you are there on the live stream. Let me know you are there, and then just give me a comment and I'll be able to appreciate just let me know your comments. Okay, so in a world where there is complexity, there is a high chance that there is some form of misplaced priorities, misalignment, or lack of clarity, because in the world where we are living today, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of ambiguity, there's a lot of complexity, and there's a lot of confusion. Okay, and those things makes clarity so difficult to achieve. Okay, clarity is so difficult to achieve. And so, but the thing is, one of the you have to do is that you have to do vision casting as frequently as possible, because vision leaks. Okay, vision actually leaks. If you think that the people you have actually vision casted to understood the vision, there are people who are coming into the front door that were not there when you're doing vision casting. And so the church consultant will help you to clarify those core vision framework and core values and priorities. The other one has to do with the assessment. Okay, there's always a gap between where God wants you to be and where you are currently. There's always a gap between where you need to be in the future and your current realities. And you see, one of the things that a church consultant will help you to do is to able to understand that gap and to able to assess that gap so that I can be able to bridge that gap. Okay, so the consultant will help you to assess the gap between your vision in the future, the preferred future, and the realities. Okay, that's why if you engage me, we do a lot of diagnosis on your church to let you know crystal clear where the church is at the moment, and so that will also help you to know where. Then the third one has to do with the church consultant also helps you and your ministry team more effectively allocating church resources. So one of the things is You see, church resources is not just only human resources. You also have other resources that are non-human. Okay, so there are two types of resources that the church has. We have the human resource and the non-human resource. And see, one of the things is that maximizing and utilizing these resources is such that you need a lot of expertise, and engaging a church consultant will help you and your ministry team more effectively allocate. You see, there's a way you can allocate your resources, your church resources, that will make your church to perform at its best, at its peak, to perform at its best and at its peak. So let's help you to be able to help you in budgeting, in allocation, in making sure that there is proper utilization of all the resources that God has blessed the church with. Then fourth one, actually, with the church consultant will also help you to reduce burnout. Okay, burnout, stress, fatigue. Okay, in a world where COVID-19 has hit us so hard, you need some form of extra stimulant to be able to overcome and reduce pastoral burnout, pastoral stress, pastoral fatigue through the process of identifying and resolving hidden problems. Okay, because you are part of the problem, you now want to see and find a way to resolve those problems. Okay, number 5, provide a confidential sounding board for you and your leadership team. Okay, one of the things that you need a basis for you to springboard you and your leadership team to something that will get your church moving into the right direction. And of course, it also helps you to engage your congregation, engage your audience, engage your target audience more effectively. One of the things a church consultant will help you to do is that it will help you to know your community, your congregation, and help you to be able to engage your target audience more effectively and to be able to produce the needed results. So 2 things I will say quickly to round up today's live broadcast show. A professional church consultant will focus on the bigger picture, not bigger picture, and not dwell on the current realities. You see, there's a way you can be held bound with the current realities that you lose sight of where you are going to. Okay, where you are going to is more important than where you are. And so there is a balance that the church consultant will help you to be able to see the bigger picture and the implementation of that vision. You see, one of the things I will say quickly, that it's not for you to know where you are going to. What will make you to get to where you are going to is more than just knowing where you are going to. It's implementing the how that's the implementation, the execution, okay, of how you are going to actualize your vision. So many consultants focus too heavily on high level strategy. Okay, they have a lot of strategic meetings, planning, and talking about ideas, envisioning, ideation, which is very good. But you see, the most important thing with all this ideation and envisioning, our vision or visioning to the future, is when you have specific implementation and execution plan. So that in the next 1 week, what am I doing? In the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, what are we going to be doing to solve this problem? What are we going to be doing to move forward as a church? What are we going to be doing to address the unhealthy practices our church has? If it's not going to be addressed, I can tell you that thing will begin to dress you down, okay, to a place that you will not be able to how will I put it? You will not be able to cope with. And so 2 things. One is to be able to strategically get up where you are going to in crystal clear terms. 2 is for you to understand exactly where you are and understand that gap, and then begin to brainstorm out the implementation you need to you need to be able to execute that plan towards getting your plans actualized. Yes, the internet is not functioning well, but thank you for following. I want to advocate that if you have not been able to get this clear because of the internet, watch again or get to my YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to watch every replay. But once you get to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to get some good flow of the broadcast. Okay, then this is a problematic because without a clear vision and a mission statement, any implementation will take your church in a wrong direction. So the fact that we are saying that you should be heavy on implementation, it does not mean that you should run without direction. Because running without direction, speed is just going to be meaningless. Speed only makes meaning when you are certain of the direction. So when you are fast and sure, then the direction makes sense. But if you are fast and unsure, then you're going to go into the wrong direction. And so there's as much as you have a good strategic mission and vision, you have to make sure that the implementation of taking your church forward must be based on a good direction or a good vision or a good mission or a biblical direction that the church needs that the church needs to implement. Conversely, if you have a lot of high-level strategy but not enough implementation, then nothing happens. So I've seen churches who are so heavy in strategy, heavy in, if you look at the vision statement, you will say, wow, this is a good vision statement. This is a good mission statement. But you see, they are so poor in terms of implementation. The first one I mentioned is that you are so heavy on implementation, but so poor in terms of clear mission and vision strategic indications. So there has to be a balance. And if you have listened to me, maybe in my lectures, in my training, in my consulting, one of the things I will say quickly is you having a balance. So there must be a balance between you having a high-level strategy in terms of the mission, vision, core values, priorities, focuses, objectives, goals, and the implementation that you need to take your church in the right direction and executing that in no time. And so the church consultant is going to help you create that balance. That balance is what you will need to be able to make sure that you get, because you can't have church health if there is no balance. That weakness you are not putting your focus on can drag your church down. Okay, that system that you are not paying attention to can actually drag your church down. So as a church consultant, we also want to let church leaders of churches know that you have to create a balance. You don't just focus on prayer and neglect evangelism, or focus on discipleship and neglect ministry. Okay, every of these things, they are church systems that can help your church, and I think I need to put that on the framework that can help your church move towards health. There must be a balance. There must be a balance between strategy and implementation, between all these church functions, to make sure that your church is actually moving towards health. And I can tell you that once your church moves towards health, then your church will have all kinds of expression, which one of it is church growth. Okay, all kinds of expressions, and which the second also is that God is going to use your church more. And so get to my YouTube channel, it's on the screen. Let's get so that I can be able to watch again. Make sure you are commenting. Please drop a comment if you are. Thank you, Sister Julie. If you are thank you for commenting. Please make sure that there's a balance in your church. And the only way you can create that balance, because you as a leader, there's going to be a bias, is when you bring an outside eye, when you engage a church consultant, when you engage a professional, a certified and a well-trained consultant to help you, because he's not part of the politics of your church, and so he's going to be able to push out to make sure that from the experience he has as a church consultant, he's going to be able to help you offer you a healthy balance between all these areas of consulting, all these areas that are very important to your church as a whole. I want to wrap it up here because I want to be between 20 minutes. Thank you for hooking up with us again. Please feel free to ask me any question. You have any church-related question, please let us have, or you want to make inquiries. How do you engage us? How do you engage us as a church? I'm going to put my phone number on the screen. I can tell you that I've got some experience in consulting with churches, and the churches that we have been able to consult with, I've got some good testimonies to show forth. You can get on my website, on our social media handles, and be sure to communicate with us. We can begin to take up the discussion from there. And perhaps you have any concerns, please let us know, and then we'll be able to discuss further with you. Please, this video has been helpful to you. Give us a like. Please do give us a like. Give us a like to this video. Please also share us to your community. Share us to your pastor, to your church leaders. And then also drop a comment for us. Please drop a comment for us and let us know where you are watching us from. Some of our insights is so massive where people are watching us from. Drop a comment for us in the comment section, because I would love to learn from you. I would love to hear from you. And so we do church consultations, we do trainings, we do revitalizations, we do strategy planning. Reach out to us, and then we will be able to help you and your church. Please feel free to go to any of our social media handles. You can connect me directly from all those things, and then we'll be able to take the discussion further from there. All right. Any questions? Let me have it. I'm going to sign up now. Till I come your way next week, Monday, with the condition of how to engage a church consultant. I say bye-bye. I love you, and God bless you.